Okay. Oh, what a sad time to switch. Oh well. Yeah, low effort streams barely count. And this type of thing is definitely a low effort stream. So yeah, I did some offline attempts, and I did end up getting a clear of Counter Striker, and I want it to be highlighted, so I'm streaming the recording of it. I remember the logic of most of the card choices I made, but I will say this deck gets a little weird at the end. Nothing super special in this first fight. I think I just got a little confused looking at my numbers in turn one. Here, I think I took a little bit of damage here. Yeah, I accepted the 2 damage because it was just worth. I don't even think it has value in terms of like winning this fight. I just, by the end of playing this deck, I was getting kind of sick of restarting over stuff like that. So, nothing too special, just pretty typical Counter Striker deck play. All the block cards and watch stuff happen. So I do remember I've gone back and forth on the start, and I think I've landed on if I get shift that I'm willing to take it before the first gym. I think having the extra movement card is more important than the deck thinning. It's a weird choice to have to make, but I think it is right. Yeah. Not a great hand here. I have to make the choice of how much I want to do. I think I end up quick kicking this guy away and taking the crowbar, because that's just a free power-up. Yeah. And then here I can just take both of these since the crowbar guy moved away. I'm not actually sure why he did that. But it let this turn be really strong for counters. So I didn't get a movement card, so I can't do anything with that. So I think I just end up basically blocking after. Yeah, not much else to do. So, second turn in a row without a movement card. Start of this game just doing weird shit, but it didn't really matter too much. And then no attacking cards this turn. So, nothing too special. Early game. I'm pretty sure I pass on these. Gym, I remove. I'm pretty sure I stuck to removing block. Yeah. Block is not a great card. I had decided to start upgrading Quick Kick. I think there's enough value in having the reduced cost to it. The extra damage doesn't hurt anything either. But, yeah. I think I end up moving in and hitting the pipe guy here. I think that's my slip step combo counter. Or I just do that. Oh, right, because that shoots here. So that was actually a much more clever play, because I had almost no damage in my hand. And I got 16 out of that push. Basic turtle up turn. So awkwardly, that guy has 13 health, so I couldn't kill him with quick kick. And there's no value to hitting him with it, so get the extra damage on her, I guess. She's second, so I wouldn't be able to take both of these. Oh, just kill him. That makes sense. Great pull for damage there. The regular counter won't go off, but I need it for the extra block. Snap strike there, just kind of a waste of time, but you know, whatever. So here, I think I take Hammer Fist Plus. I didn't really like it. I don't really like any of these cards in this situation. Throw is like fine, but also kind of can backfire pretty heavily. Scratch is not a card I want to take with this kind of deck because I can't break armor effectively. Yeah, I do take Hammer Fist. Then take a fight for here. And I think, excuse me, I think I ended up in a rare situation where I didn't get rid of combo counter right away at my next gym. Yeah, this was not a great hand for this situation. I end up just deciding to take a little bit of damage from this. I think it's only 2, yeah. We get the big swing guy, who's always fun to play around with. Lots of creative stuff that can happen with him. I'm in round 1, so the gas mask guy does not have the enemies don't damage each other thing yet. Kind of a weird turn. I had to... I don't know. That was just an odd amount of momentum there. I also had to be careful that I didn't have my turn order wrong, because if I'd killed that guy and the gunner had gone after him, if I'd killed him with a counter specifically and the gunner had gone after him, I could have gotten into trouble. Attack. Quick counter there. Just managing the resources I had. Yeah, I could have gone over and quick kicked this guy over here, but I didn't think there was any value in it. The guy by the door, that is. So yeah, since I have enough block, I can just take the auto attack from this guy and get power from it. And I think I end up just taking the 2 damage and getting it again. Oh no, I step out of the way. Yeah, he's good. Really have to remember not to try and mouse over and see what enemy's health and stuff is. Watching the replay is weird. Yeah, I kind of got stuck this turn. I think I might just dash out. I don't really remember. I don't have a time limit, so there's no reason for me not to. Kind of weird he went for that square instead of the one that would have attacked me. Weird hand. One counter would work. I mean, quick strike just kills him. I think I just end up having a quick strike in here, right? Pass. Good position. Makes sense. Pretty good situation. Should be able to get one of these two guys dead pretty easily this turn. And in fact, I can play all of the defensive cards and Hammer Fist. So, and because he's going second, I can kill both of them. I like that finish a lot. Using the order of them to get that damage in was really good. Yeah, and here I'm looking whether or not I need to take grapple, and I believe I do end up taking. Yeah, I think grapple is too important at this stage for this difficulty. And then got rid of head smash. I don't really remember my logic in getting rid of head smash there. I guess I did have Hammer Fist Plus, so that makes sense. I want to maintain my combo instead of using it. And that decision ended up being pretty impactful for reasons that I wouldn't see for quite a while. So I just passed on taking... I've got a lot of turns for this fight, so it makes sense. Definitely is a fight I could have gotten myself into trouble with if I had less time. I could have played that a little bit differently, but it didn't really matter in the end of the day. That guy was going to die and it wasn't really going to damage anybody else. Yeah, this turn I have this is a weird hand for this turn. I can push both these guys away. And I think I sat for a little while doing the math on what I wanted to do. 12 block isn't a tremendous amount, so I could just quick strike, quick kick, and then wait on the other card for the combo counter on him. I think that might be what I end up doing. And here, generously handed that kill. I should just be able to stack both counters from here. Might take a little bit of damage from this. Yeah, 2 damage. Not bad. And just given a pretty obvious turn, I could push dash in that situation and get an extra 2 damage, but I think I decided that this position was better than the extra 2 damage, and then I ended up drawing Hammer Fist anyway, so it was totally irrelevant. I did an extra punch in there for no particular reason. There's no way I take any of these cards. So I end up taking an event. I get increasing strength, which ended up dramatically changing how I approached this. Increasing strength is an absolutely unbelievably strong enhancement, especially to get for free this early. So that let me get rid of Snap Strike. I believe I upgrade Grapple right now. Yeah. Because Grapple being free is always tremendous. Grapple Plus is almost certainly the best card in this game. And I think this fight ends up taking me a few turns. I think I just get a lot of, like, weird stuff. And I mean, here, I'm gonna take a little bit of damage, I think. Yeah, 60, I'm gonna take like 4. but I get 2 pretty good counters on him. And this fight, it doesn't matter that much if you take some damage either, because you're going to heal after it, as long as you don't take a ton. So, I can't finish this turn. I end up grappling him into the pistols, I think, and then quick strike Hammer Fist and just moving out of the way so I don't take any damage. Yeah, leave him at 14, so he's going to be at 2. I do have to move 2 steps away because he will turn to face. And just, yeah, pretty straightforward first area. Usually isn't too bad. Yeah, here I get the choice between apprenticeship and bonus move. I decide on apprenticeship primarily because since I already have increasing strength, you know, enhanced cards are already more valuable, obviously. Like, that's a lot of money that you make over the course of a run, not having to upgrade things and instead just removing more cards. But in addition to that, since I already have increasing strength, the just like amount of damage that I can output with cards is going to be so high that it just ends up being pretty powerful. I don't remember what happens in this fight. I think this fight ends up taking most of the 10 turns because I just can't fight the Shiv guys that effectively. I also like kind of thought for longer than I needed to because of Cutthroat. I kind of forgot about Cutthroat's dodge for a little while. And here I should be able to just take the counters. I can't remember if I move. Yeah, I move so I can get the double counter instead of the single counter on the low health guy. And then here I'm given a pretty easy double kill. Just push step, Hammer Fist, or I don't do that. I jump kick? Played an extra card for no reason? I guess technically it left me with one more combo, but it left me in a worse position, which doesn't end up mattering because of the way this layout worked. So do that, break his dodge, let him get stabbed. And here, shift or slip is a godsend. I can't really damage these guys that well. I think I do that and then just for the better positioning. But yeah, I mean, Quick Kick Plus you can already see is already 12 damage because of increasing strength. So all these enhanced cards that I'm getting for free are just getting ridiculous pretty fast. Push to break his guard for the counter. Which ends up killing. I guess I didn't take as long as I thought. Yeah, I have to waste this turn because he's a Shiv guy. I could have taken the damage and finished the fight there, but didn't want to. I get a chance at a second Hammer Fist Plus, which I pass on, primarily because I still, like, as much as I think it would have been the correct choice to take the second Hammer Fist Plus, I want to keep at least some amount of the theme of the base deck in the final deck. And that would have just been too much. So, here I get a really bad hand for this situation. If I'd had, I mean, I'm kind of cornered, so, like, no matter what I do, there's a little bit of just get fucked. But I at least get to reduce it to this one shotgun blast for 4 damage. This turn looks a lot better. Long counter with an auto attacker next to me and a push to kill this guy instantly is really good. Now I can do my quick kick for a bunch of damage and step out of the way so that the shotgunner hits him. I've already got my one push out. I do have to be careful. The briefcase being objective is notable, and 5 is not a lot of turns, or I guess 6 is what I actually had. But fortunately, shift is still a really good movement card. And here they give me a gift. They line up so that all I have to do is move out of the way, and I get the push objective completed. And I don't think there's really anything to say. Just guard up, do long counter. This was actually a bit risky. Anytime you position yourself such that you're against a rail with a shotgunner, I could have lost right there. Big block. So I thought a long time about big block. I think big block would have been a perfectly reasonable choice to make here, but 2 momentum is just a really hefty cost. It doesn't give any counter either. At this point, because I've got apprenticeship, I'm not really looking to upgrade any cards. I'm just looking to dump as many cards out of my deck as quickly as possible so that I can take what the game gives me and upgrade it. Counter is certainly the worst card that's in my deck right now, so... Or rather, the worst card that I can afford to get rid of. Step is absolutely my worst card. Which, funny enough, I'm not sure I actually end up getting rid of Step in this playthrough or not. I don't recall that I did. Kind of a messy first turn. I think I just stepped back for the, Power Sync bonus. The Power Sync bonus isn't really that big of a deal at this point. This turn is a massacre. Double counters with an auto attacker is just so much. I think I do decide that I can't afford to take damage in this way, and oh no, I don't. I just go for it because of the timer. Okay. So yeah, just clobber these 2 guys. That's probably the main advantage of the Counter Striker deck, especially early, is you just get situations like that where you get multiple counters on multiple guys. So as long as you've got the health or the block you need to keep it up, you're pretty good. That said, this turn, man, I have no idea what I do with this turn. Ideally, I could get this shotgunner to see line of sight, but that's not possible. If I had slip instead of shift, or instead of step, either one would have worked. I guess I just take this ship. I was wanting to go. Took a lot of damage this fight. You know, all of it was fine. It's not like it was the end of the world. So I think I incorrectly quick strike this guy. No, okay, I did remember. So by slipping over to here, I get to line up this Hammer Fist on the chef first, and then I get to grapple him into Shotgunner. Unfortunately, too weak to kill him. He's still at 1, but anything will kill him at this point, which ends up being a push. So push, jump kick, long counter is pretty free this turn. Rising Knee is an interesting choice. I think I've kind of landed on that I don't like Rising Knee anymore. I think Rising Knee was a great card, but the proliferation of more dodgers makes it a very difficult card to use sometimes. I took a big risk there. The 50% chance of losing a card is genuinely advantageous in this situation because I do want to thin my deck. The risk is if I lose one of the critical movement cards, that I may just like get stuck. But I think I decided it was worth it because both rewards were generally good. And again, since I have apprenticeship, my average card value of something I'm going to take is higher than otherwise. So weird starting hand. Grapple is obviously very powerful, but there's not many places I can put people. If I stay put, I'm kind of in shit town, I think. Although, that's what I end up going for. Is that math right? This is really risky too, because this is another situation where I put myself in a square that I could lose instantly on the next turn. I am quite sure that doesn't end up happening, but... yeah, jump kick, quick kick is a kill for this guy. Also gets me one towards the objective. I could shift past this guy, but then the gunner is going to turn towards me. Oh, I do that. I guess I just decided that damage was okay, where I wasn't thinking and just took it. Anyway, here I get all of my movement cards. I can go wherever I want. I can collect the briefcase, and then I have as much time as I want to finish the rest of this. Jump kick into push should kill this guy because of the extra damage. Or no, he's not doing damage to other people now because I'm in round 2. So I did not get a movement card. Just hammer fist. That's all I can do that turn. Quick strike, quick kick are both great pickups here. Gonna do a lot of damage. I should... Well, no, I don't know what I should do there. I have step. I could have step jump kicked and killed this shield guy, which I actually should have done in retrospect. But I do kill the pistol guy, so we're okay. And then here I got grapple slip, which would have been great. It would have let me push this guy out, but I didn't get the third piece. And then here I get the opportunity to do a power sync, long counter, auto guard block. Shield guy's gonna be a bit of a pain. And I think I play around with him for a while, trying to get him kicked out of the board. Which is, again, kind of dangerous, because depending on how he positions, if I get a situation where I can't move or reposition him, I could easily lose the game doing this. So, I need, depending on what turn I'm on, I need either a step or I either need 2 movement cards, grapple, quick kick. At this point, my kick and push are so powerful, I can't just push him twice. So I really need grapple as one of the movement or one of the cards. And so here I got all the pieces except I can't move to the right square. Fortunately, this guy is kind of smart about lining himself up. He won't move to a square that he can immediately be pushed out of. But this here I got the step and dash. I think I was gonna give up if I didn't get it this turn because I was just getting bored with it. Took a lot of turns. I got distracted by something here. Steel Self Plus and 3-punch combo are both incredible pulls. I think I take the 3-punch combo because of the fact that I'm already on, because of the fact that I'm already on Rising Strength. Triple Punch is an absolutely devastating card. Steel Self Plus is a great card too. But it's a little weird interacting with counters because you can't always control who you're getting the extra damage on. And at some point there I picked up No Takebacks, which is a card I don't think I've ever really played with before. I kind of figured with the situation being what it was that it would be viable, and it ended up being pretty useful. Gaining a dodge is quite good. It means that you can attack into counterattackers safely, auto attackers as well. But yeah, here you can see 3-punch combo is a one cost 21 damage card already on turn 2. It absolutely unbelievable amount of damage that this card ends up doing. I also get the opportunity to push these guys to attack each other. But yeah, No Takebacks is really not a card that I thought I would use very often, but I think dodge is just important now. I don't think it used to be quite as important as it is now. So here, I can't move. If it wasn't for that, my turn would be pretty simple. I don't really know why I did this, played all those cards. None of them mattered. I just quick kicked that guy. That turn was effectively the same if I just played quick kick. So here I should be able to push long counter jump kick and get damage in, and then slip away after because I have 4 momentum. I don't get a counter on the counter, but I would get I wouldn't take any damage from the counter at least, and I get a 15 damage on him. I do have a lot of turns to finish, but there's no reason to not take those turns. Oh my god, Hammer Fist and 34. This is 27. So at this point I was kind of I was looking at Reflex Strike. I feel like this deck has escaped being a Counter Striker deck a little bit here. And on one hand I feel bad about it, and on the other hand there's not really a lot I could have done about that. I didn't have the opportunity to take any block cards. I didn't really have the opportunity, well, except Big Block, which I didn't end up taking, admittedly. I didn't have the opportunity to upgrade anything because I was too desperate to get rid of cards. And I think that's part of the reason I took no takebacks, was because that kind of has that type of feel. But this turn I kind of got screwed. I had nothing to do, so I just moved out of the way and took my one combo. And here I got the opposite, grapple with no movement card, both pushes, nothing to do with them. So fortunately I get to stack a lot of damage on this guy, because I get him over there and then push him into the wall twice. He dodged, but he wouldn't have taken damage anyway because the rifleman's alive. What's this guy called? Gas Masker? Okay. And so this is where I started to really like no takebacks. This dodge ended up being really impactful, because even though that's not the enemy I attacked, I still got the dodge out of it, you know. Here I was extraordinarily lucky that I had this grapple. I was dead right now if I didn't have it. I mean, I guess I probably could have killed him. No, I couldn't kill this guy. But I can't move this turn, so I'm just playing push, Hammer Fist, getting all the damage I can. I have 18 guard, so I think I have enough for all this. 10 and 8. No, I decided I didn't. So, unfortunately, I gave up all that damage because I was afraid of the damage that I was taking. My health is already pretty low, so it's understandable. Yeah, here, the 3-punch combo, breaking guard and still getting 20 damage in, and then no takebacks to get the dodge so I can just stand there. Really good. Quick kick, and I get to instantly kill this guy. Oh, no, never mind. He moved. But I don't have to instantly kill him. I don't have to push out as an objective. Just beat him up. Man, there's a lot of guys in this fight, though. And I had 0 playable cards that turn. Long counter is really nice to hit counter him. I decide not to take the counter that would have killed him, which, you know, I'm at 15 health. It's totally reasonable. So I should have slipped first to get better positioning, although admittedly, I don't know if there's anywhere else I'd rather be. I did end up moving out of the way after playing my multiple block cards, which is a bit silly. But here I've got shift, grapple, quick kick, so I can... Oh, I killed this guy? Why did I do this? I didn't kill either of them. See, is this Shiv guy dying? No. I could have grappled this shotgunner over there and then slipped over to the side. Well, no, I guess... Or yeah, because it would have been that way. And then here, just chain together these big attacks. I don't think I want any of those. Start Strong is an interesting card, but I actually don't have enough cards generating block. None of those are interesting. And then get an event to go to the gym. I have a ton of money right now. I believe I'd take this fight because it's pretty common to get momentum increases from these fights, and 5 momentum is pretty tremendous. But I did not get that. That said, I did get quick kick push. I can slam these two guys into each other and then move out of the way and finish whoever. Or just hit him. Either one's fine. here I just have 3 kills. My deck has just so much power right now. But I only have long counter, quick guard, and long counter as my counter attacker deck stuff. So here I can dash, long counter, jump kick him if I wanted to. I'm not sure. I don't know what I end up doing. This is probably about where I'm going to stop remembering what I'm doing in these fights. Guess I just go after him. I don't have a time limit, so there's no reason for me to worry about that kind of stuff. Yeah, long counter, and then move back and grapple him over there. Oh, he's dead. I can't grapple him anyway. I don't know. Pretty simple. Did stick myself up against a wall here. Didn't matter. 120. They gave me so much money. So now I'm just going to rip apart my deck. I'm going to take 2 cards out of here. I think I'm going to take Quick Strike and... I don't know what the second card I take out is. I have no idea, actually. It might be Quick Block, actually. I might take that out of the deck here. Yeah. And I do look, I think I end up upgrading Slip here, or maybe long counter. Yeah, I guess I was looking at the counter cards, because I wanted them to be valuable. I think Power Sync would generally be the better choice here, but because I already have Rising Strength, I think Power Sync has less value. With that said, either of them is fine. I don't think either of them would have been incorrect. With that said, I am also far enough out of the Counter Striker deck that it's difficult for me to fight this guy in the way I normally would. I also got a hand where I cannot legally make an attack that turn. Step was the only card I'd be able to play usefully. And here I've got another awkward turn. I could step forward and get auto-attacked and then do nothing. So I kind of had 2 turns of just not being able to do anything. But here I do have the ability to move and then jump kick, accept the auto-attack, and then move out of the way again. So that gives me 1 power boost and just some damage. I am getting a little close to the door for comfort. So here's where no takeback starts looking really good. I get to attack, get rid of the Shiv guy, and bait the auto attack without using it. And then I get to just beat this guy up. I Hammer Fist last to maximize the damage I get out of it. Just, you know, casual 60 damage turn. And here again, no takebacks means that I can just kill him. Given he was dead anyway from damage, but, you know, whatever. Fast Heal is the only card here. Well, Tone Physique has value, but Fast Heal is generally going to be the same, if not better, than Tone Physique. Every once in a while, Tone Physique you'll pass on 2 cards and get 10 instead of 6. But also, every once in a while, you're going to take a card instead of passing, and then you get 0. So, Fast Heal is pretty clearly the best of those 3 enhancements for what I'm doing. So I don't remember a lot about the ninja area. I feel like there just weren't that many things going on. My deck was fine. Just a lot of this type of thing where I'm baiting them into attacking each other. It starts happening. Yeah. And I think I was thinking pretty hard about like what I want to do here. I'm pretty sure I end up breaking this guy's dodge with Hammer Fist and then kicking the ninja to attack him. Or I forgot about breaking his guard and just did quick kick Hammer Fist and passed. Which, to be fair, is not that much different. Then, yeah, Cutthroat. Yeah, I've heard that comment about Cutthroat a lot. Didn't have a movement card, so I can't really do anything else there. Lots of movement here. I think I should just go and kill this one ninja. And then push the other one into the wall. I mean, I guess that's the same. Because I have dodge. I'm not really sure why I went into that square instead of the one below him, but does not matter. And here I've got long counter. I have to, or no, he's at 2, yeah. So I get the counter to kill him. Or I can take this counter instead, I guess. Decided that hitting him for 19 was better than finishing the last 2. Oh, and this turn's sick. I get to kill all 3 of these guys with wacky shit. Goes 3 points. Oh no, he's at 2. Should have been able to kill him. Right, I take charge here, don't I? So, because auto attackers are so prevalent, and because of the way my movement works, I end up taking charge, and then I get Steel Self, and at this point, I'm actually kind of mad at myself, because I've got so many cards in this deck now. Like, I was down to a 13-card deck. I was about ready to get to minimum deck size, and then all of a sudden I slammed 2 more cards in it. And neither of them are really counterattack cards. But, you know, it's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Get to use this guy to block the ninja from kicking the ambassador. And then I move over here. I like being closer to the edge. As long as I have any ability to knock enemies out, I'd rather be over here than against the wall. And you can see right here, I just get a free kill because of that. And that happens a lot with this deck. So yeah, long counter with no takebacks is a really interesting setup. Hammer Fist is always good, obviously. Here's where I was talking about Steel Self and how you can't really control it. I end up using one of the Steel Self charges on that counterattack. Whereas if I'd had a traditional attack, I wouldn't have to do that. And then Triple Punch is just so powerful right now that does this. I believe I take Preparation here because I thought the dodge was valuable enough. I think Preparation is a card that I probably need to value higher in playthroughs in general. Oh, and I get rid of Step here. That's dangerous. So I do have Charge. I do have Jump Kick. So I've got multiple attack movements. But attack movements are a lot more restrictive than regular movements. So, very dangerous. A few things I could have done there, but I end up just taking the instant kill. I do know that, like, as frustrated as I am with, like, how not counter-strikery this deck was, it did at least end with, Preparation, long counter, and I think I ended up picking up one other counter at some point. And here I was looking, I could jump kick her and do some damage, but I'd end up in a situation where I was going to take damage back, and I just decided that wasn't worth it. Here I have no movement, but I've got so much power. I think both of these ninjas should be dead pretty easily. Yeah, 3-punch combo, no takebacks, those 2 cards. I mean, really, if I played that a little bit differently, I could still have a Steel Self charge right now. But doesn't really matter. Just gonna go over here and push her off. And then, yeah, I've got enough power that Triple Punch doesn't get counterattacked because they're just dead. Preparation, once again. is just a godsend. Like, it really is just a great card. And no takebacks is just powerful enough with that. None of these cards are any good. I have 2 missions that'll give me a momentum increase, so there's no reason for me to... Why did I go here? This is the enhanced targets one. I guess I just like this room better. With that said, this is 2 auto movers, but because I have jump kick and charge, I have a lot of options to move without, you know, moving. I don't think I actually get the push out thing. I do get 1, I'm pretty sure, but I think I just give up on the second. The dodge here ends up being pretty nice, and I get counter strikes. Yeah, preparation, the dodge plus the 15 armor was enough to stop both of those attacks. So yeah, again, charge not triggering auto moves is huge. Do this to... I was trying to break this glass. I was getting in preparation for the possibility of getting the 2 enemies out of the board. Both of those 2 panes of glass are now primed up that I could use them. And here I just have the opportunity to kill the gas masker if I want to. I honestly don't remember what I do this turn. I do go for it. Yeah, because he's just... Auto movers are so dangerous. And then the preparation, the dodge, plus the armor solves that. No push, so that, but Steel Self is in my hand. So, like, I've got Steel Self plus with Rising Strength, so much of, like, the decision-making just doesn't matter. Kendo guy. Just doesn't matter that much. There's not a lot that they can do to me at this point. So Pocket Sand is one of those cards that is just too good to pass up. And again, at this point, I'm getting pretty mad about how my deck is looking. I've got so many cards. I was looking at Pull as a retain card that also is occasionally useful. I decided not to take it just literally because I've got 16 cards in my deck. And I don't want to keep doing that. So here I need to be careful. I am threatened to be pushed out here, so I do have to move out of the way. No takebacks will prevent the counterattack from hitting me, and then 18 guard is plenty. Oh, that's right, he doesn't counterattack, that's just a dodge. Grapple does not arrive on the same turn as a push, unfortunately, but I get to kill this guy and do a bunch of damage to him. Ninja Enforcer. I should learn all these enemies' names instead of just calling them whatever. So yeah, push. It kind of sucks that I'm going to use push to kill this guy after having spent multiple turns whittling him down, but that's just how it goes. And while that does not display the 10 damage from Quick Kick, the stunned guarding enemies do take normal damage from frontal attacks. They also take push damage. So he didn't take the push damage there, but he did take the impact damage from hitting the wall. And then here, we can use charge. Just again, taking advantage of stun breaking there. Frontal. I could have also grappled him to the back and done that. Absorb attacks is funny, but I don't really need that momentum. Armored Strike is actively bad. This is personal. It's weird, but I didn't want it. Don't think you've seen Charge. Charge is a 2 momentum card that you move towards an enemy 2 to 5 squares and attack them. So it's basically like jump kick, but more flexible because you can get enemies that are further away. But it does cost 2 momentum. So yeah, block the spawn there. I wasn't quite ready for that yet. Because of how these guys lined up, I get to break this guy's guard with triple punch, and then double push the cutthroat into the gunner to kill him. And then I should also be able to kill him with hammer fist. I think I was doing that math right here. And again, I'm blocking one of the spawns, which is kind of good because it is spawning 3 guys. It would have been spawning 3 guys here. This turn kind of sucks because all I have is pocket sand. But these guys are also attacking each other, so it's kind of fine. And it lets me deal with the auto counter, or auto attacker. And then I decide to do this anyway, so the auto mover has a real bad day. Push, which is really nice. Get to kill the front blocker immediately. I don't know what I choose to do here. I can push one of these guys out. I guess or no, I don't have to push. I guess I just pocket sand, hammer fist this guy, get him down to 1. And then yeah, here's another place where Charge is gonna let me have a pretty good turn. So I can charge in and then slip past. And no takebacks just for some damage. Kill this guy. Actually, I've got preparation. Yeah, I guess I just stand there. And then I've got the grapple quick kick combo, so Kendo training or Kendo trainer can be killed immediately. 3-punch combo kills this guy. And then we're just left with a regular ninja. I still have 8 turns. So, long counter should kill him? No, not enough damage. Yeah, pocket staying stunning on dodge. So here I get spinning back fist. And again, I'm already upset that my deck is as full as it is, but spinning back fist draws 3 cards. So it's kind of like weird. And then plus it's common enough, especially in the DLC, it's common enough to have an enemy standing 2 squares away from you at the start of the turn that I decide that it's just better than not having it. And this is about where I realized that it's unlikely I'm going to have a minimum size deck at the end of the game. Like, I've just gotten too many turns where I was given a card that I had no recourse, or that I couldn't rationalize not taking. This is a tough turn. I don't really have a lot to do here. I think I end up charging this guy and then stunning him. I don't have any way to protect the ambassador this turn, which is, you know, always a problem. But fortunately, he's got enough health to take 3 hits. I think I end up actually having to use all of them. This long counter is real bad because I can't really get to these guys. I could kill the dual Tonfa ninja on the left and then dash towards the other ninja to try and aggro him. I don't remember why I decided to go over here. I guess I can bait this ninja into kicking me is why. So I get a little bit more damage immediately and get another power up. The ambassador has 1 more turn of being able to survive this ninja, but fortunately, for a reason that I cannot possibly comprehend, he decides to go over there instead, which gives me a free turn to attack this guy. If he hadn't done that, I probably would have had to go over there and grapple him to somewhere more useful. but then I end up putting them right back. So quick kick is a kill here, and I think I step or dash and then take the spinning back fist to draw. No, okay, I guess I just do that. But now I'm at risk of losing. I need to make absolutely sure that this ambassador doesn't die. So I actually have to take advantage here of the fact that the ambassador does not take damage from attacks the player plays. So I have to jump kick him and push him out of the way because that was my only way of moving. So had to kick him to save his life. But here I should be able to charge this ninja and kill him, and then just grapple the dual Tonfa ninja somewhere out of the way, or pocket sand him. I put him over there just because there's a chance that he stands next to the rail guard. He doesn't end up doing that. I get a second grapple and just kill him with whatever. So, looking at these cards, I kind of want to take Swap as another movement card, but I end up taking the Intimidate. I felt that at this point my deck had so many cards that the one turn from Intimidate was going to be valuable often enough to make it worth it. That said, this is also the point where I get rid of the delayed power. I do decide to get Slip Plus because I've got enough momentum increases, and Push just kind of sucks as a card. Quick Kick Plus does everything it does but better. So I at least kept my deck reasonably small, but 16 cards is a lot for me. I don't like having 16 cards. But yeah, here's a perfect example of why I took Spinning Back Fist. This is just like such a good turn I get to have here. Preparation means that I have armor for this. I could steal Self. I was gonna say that way I break his armor with whatever I play next. Again, I kind of dislike that this deck doesn't feel very counter-strikey, but I'm at least like playing a lot of defensive dodges and armor, which is something. And then here, I think, yeah, I just decide I'll take the 1 damage so I can do like whatever odd it is to him, because I can grapple him back to there. And then he ends up dying to this push. So, Ninja Boss is always just really weird. Here I take Tactician. My deck being big already is a problem, so Tactician helps resolve that. Also, now that I have Spinning Back Fist, that means I'm more likely to find something good. I obviously get rid of Steel Body here. It is the worst enhancement I have. Barely does anything. So here is a good example of how I get to take advantage of Intimidate. It just like is a turn off. I could have actually 3-punch comboed to break his guard and then kicked him out. I would have lost a little bit of damage, but it may have been better. Yeah, I steal Self here, so I take him down to 3. I don't think that was necessary. I think I would have been better off leaving the power for it, but, you know, whatever. And then, yeah, here I get to use Spinning Back Fist to draw cards. Or actually, I might just Jump Kick to kill him immediately. That is 28. Yeah. And then Pocket Sand to stun him and see if I draw something that'll kill him. Oh, right, I don't get to draw more cards. Whatever. So yeah, like, even though my deck is pretty big, Tactician plus Spinning Back Fist plus just like the nature of the cards that I have worked out to being something pretty good. An Apprentice means your card quality is really, really high. Yeah, I think I end up doing something kind of weird. I think I like reposition this guy and then don't even end up like fighting him or something stupid. Or maybe I just grapple. Yeah, I just grapple them and let them counter each other. I just don't even bother to stun them. Steel self, no takebacks. Really good. And then can charge him or jump kick him, either one. I don't know, pretty straightforward fight. Easy enemies. These guys really tend to stand a square away, so spinning back fist is just like 3. Jumping, or I think I take Change of Heart here because I'm seeing enough cards that I have enough momentum and I'm seeing enough cards that I think on average being able to just replace a card is valuable enough. And now I'm actually at a weird point. I think I get rid of Jump Kick here. I'm at a weird point where while I have a lot of cards in my deck, it's difficult to determine what doesn't have value. I cannot get rid of one of my default movement cards, even though my average movement card is not that great. I only have, I have Slip, Dash, and Shift as my 3 movement cards, which I should have 4 with this side of the deck, if not 5, but I also have Charge. And then again, spinning back fists mean that there's a lot of goofy stuff that can happen. I actually could have just grappled this guy away and then spinning back fist the assassin, then grappled the puncher over. I think at this point I wasn't thinking that much about what I was doing because I start making a few weird decisions in this area. They mostly end up fine, but I definitely could have gotten a bit more damage that turn. But yeah, here's a good example of how my bad movement cards overall is gonna kind of cause problems. I couldn't attack the enemies I wanted to there. I mean, I guess I could have used preparation to get rid of the counter. I don't know. But I'm just seeing so many cards of my deck on the average turn that it's kind of okay. It's also kind of unfortunate. I have long counter, but I can't really use it that effectively because the counter attack from assassins is more damaging than the amount of armor it provides. That was a clever turn. Using the shotgun push to initiate an extra attack and get a counter, that was actually a pretty clever turn. So yeah, can't move, so Change of Heart kind of paid off. I'm not, well, I guess because I have Quick Kick. Yeah. Initiate my dodge. I guess I think I had Spinning Back Fist in my hand at one point here, but I must have discarded it. And then yeah, I realize here I can charge this guy and maximize the damage. I could have killed him instead with Spinning Back Fist, but that was like more average damage. None of those cards do anything. I also have to be very cautious. I already have so many cards in my deck. Yeah, getting Apprentice early means your average card quality is just insanely high. You get upgraded cards at such an easy rate. So again, because it's the DLC and this guy exists, it's very frequently playable. I think I play the Intimidate here because I kind of don't know what else to do. I think I might move and then realize I screwed up because of the auto mover and then Intimidate. Yeah, I think at this point I realize I screwed up. I don't know what I could have done exactly. The problem is one of my objectives is take less than 10 damage. I could have played the Change of Heart and gambled for something that would have helped me, but And I would have drawn the preparation, but that would have been a big gamble. So yeah, preparation into charge, bait the counter, and then I think I'd quick... No, I can't quick kick him or slam him. I can pocket sand quick kick and then grapple him into the assassin. He is the only enemy that can take friendly fire right now, so there is that. Spinning back fist does not kill him, but it leaves him at bleed, so he is going to bleed out. And then because I have pocket sand dodge, I get to just stand here and dodge this shotgun blast. Kind of funnily, this Hatchet Man spawned, and I have not moved to allow him to move at me yet. What am I doing here? Probably quick kick charge and then move somebody. I don't know what I do here at all, actually. Push him in the corner? Okay, that's reasonable. I have a dodge, so... So, Hatchet Man, free spinning back fist. And, like, at this point, even though my deck is big, I'm seeing so many cards on an average turn. I could still get screwed by bad turns if I don't draw a card draw or some kind of manipulation. If I get one of my really bad draws, there are definitely turns now that would go badly. And again, here, I think about moving. I think I just end up end turn because I don't want Hatchet Man to move and I've got to dodge anyway. And here I just have 2 free kills. Just two simple and easy ones. And I think actually I can dash no takebacks if I have the momentum to do that. Yeah. So I decided, looking at my deck, that because of how much combo I was building, I decided to take Wall Kick Plus. Even though it's not right, I just wanted to play with the card at this point. I also believe I end up taking this surprise attack primarily just so I have some concept that I'm still in the Counter Striker deck. I do have enough dodge that, like, it comes up enough. But it's also, like, I think objectively speaking, there was no purpose in taking that card at this point. It also leaves me with an 18 card deck, so, like, I was already getting anxious about deck size and then added a fucking shitty card. Yeah, Intimidate here, and then I think I Change of Heart looking for the quick kick, which I don't get. So, kind of a weird turn. I mainly just didn't want the bartender to do anything. This does give me an opportunity to play the surprise attack. And I think... What did I do here? I think I just have to dash out of the way and let Hatchet Man get out of the way. Although I think I slip and wall kick? Yeah, so wall kick actually ends up being useful because it gets me out of here. Or I just kill him. Yeah, wall kick for 30 because... Well, it ends up even being more than 30 because of Hammer Fist. Yeah, wall kick for 33. Wall kick plus just does so much damage. And back fist, I should be able to charge and kill him. Wall kick with a 90 showing. Can't really do anything else this turn, but... So yeah, here I can Pocket Sand, break his dodge somehow, slip back. I'm not sure why I Pocket Sanded him instead. I guess that's more damage than the other way around. And I can Hammer Fist after. I should 3-punch combo him now to build more guard. Or more, combo, actually. I missed that opportunity. Yeah, I did get it here. I missed it on the Hammer Fist, so I lost 6 damage on that Hammer Fist. The stun effect on Pocket Sand ignores dodge. The actual damage does not. I screwed up here. I could have killed him that turn. None of those cards do anything. New power supply? Well, hopefully at least the installation went alright. So yeah, again, like, I don't know, like, I said from the beginning, I really don't want to build decks too far out of their starting kind of ideas. But I also don't really know what else I could have done here. Now, what I should do here is 3-punch combo to break his guard, quick kick him out. And then move towards the other guy and stun him with Pocket Sand, but I think it just didn't occur to me that the auto mover would move that way at the time. Basically, I could have pushed him into a situation where he had to move to a square next to me, is what it came down to. And I just didn't recognize that. Yeah, change heart here just to see if I get a card. Which I get a wall kick, which gets to sit in my hand, which is nice. Yeah, and here positions himself perfectly for this wall kick. Unfortunately, I think I don't pay attention and I use my, oh no, I do just wall kick him. Just 80 damage. Why not? Then yeah, just pummel. Like, I don't know what to say. This is really much more in line with the aggressive deck than the counterattacker deck. But I am using my counterattack cards. Like, I am playing them. Just most turns they end up not doing much. Change the part looking for a push, I think. Quick kick rather, which I find, which is nice. Draw wall kick and have to sit there looking at it, dreaming of what could have been because he wasn't against a wall. I get a second wall kick plus, which at this point I'm just taking for the memes. Last Ditch Plus actually probably would have been a reasonable take there, because my deck has got so many cards. It is a way to thin the deck during a fight. But I don't end up taking it. I'm not sure why this bartender moved right next to me. Believe in the 300 damage. I mean, I can't do 300 damage with wall kick with this deck. It tops out. It's 22 plus 3 per combo. So the 3 per combo ends up being 42. So that's 60, 64, and then double to 1 in 28. And here I decided, you know, on one hand, getting the power down from the bartender sucks. But I kind of just decided that the value of, or that I needed to protect the ambassador badly enough that I needed to not do that. And I mean, wall kick has retain, so even beyond like the memes of it, retain does mean it's kind of like a half card. Spinning Back Fist, once again, being quite good here. I actually think I'd go and wall kick this bartender. Because I hate him. Yeah. I don't think wall kick is the best card in this game by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm gaining a lot more respect for it than I used to have. So anyway, here they line up, and I just get a clobber these guys. They made the worst miscalculation. Just charge in and do all this crap, and I even get to kick this guy out of the way. The Ambassador doesn't even end up taking damage this fight, which is great. And then they give me a second Spinning Back Fist, which, like, on one hand, it's stupid, and I don't like the way this deck has turned out for cards, but on average, it's better than a non-draw, so, like, I'm really mad about how big this deck ended up being. Like, because I've got 20 cards right now. And I'm looking, and there's not really anything that I want to get rid of. I think I might end up getting rid of the Change of Heart, actually, because I'm just like, whatever, this card kind of sucks. And then I realized there was a Ponder there, and like, Ponder is just an auto take at this with this type of thing going on. And then, yeah, I think I do get rid of the Change of Heart after seeing that Ponder was there, because it's just like, I can't, I don't want to be playing that card on the average turn. Maybe I don't, though. Yeah, just upgrade shift and alright. So yeah, I'm going into the last area with a 21 card deck on Brutal. Words that I don't believe I ever would have thought were plausible. How many cards do I usually take? 12. 12 is the normal deck minimum, so that's usually what I'm going for. And then, yeah, I get to just stand here and pummel this guy. I did screw up there. I didn't realize where my momentum is at, so I lost the Steel Self. I believe I should have actually won this turn. Although I do get slip into wall kick, which is quite funny. But I think I need a Change of Heart here, is what I ended up deciding. Surprise Attack Preparation is also a lot of dodge and guard. Maybe that's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough, actually. He can't be pushed, so that's free. And then, yeah, Hammer Fists. And, I don't know, Intimidate was fine. I think he actually died if I didn't do that. Because I had the counter. So, technically a misplay. Ponder saving my ass. None of these cards really matter. I just need to be able to move. Yeah, on to the last area. I think I end up taking Resilience over, no, I don't, there's no way I take Resilience over anything. Oh no, I could take Resilience over Apprenticeship, that's right. Resilience is like really bad, but Apprenticeship doesn't do anything anymore. I mean, technically it does. I could find like a Ponder or another Spinning Back Fist or something insane like that I want to take, but the odds of that happening are so low. And I already have kind of a precarious position. This turn sucked. I looked at this turn for quite a while. These auto attackers are positioned really badly. I don't have great things to play. I'm kind of surprised I got rid of Charge there. So I think at this stage I end up having to take one of these attacks. Or maybe I Change of Heart. Because, like, I just kind of got a shitty... Yeah, Change of Heart, I risked it. And I got Intimidate. Okay. So, kind of gambled there. And then Spinning Back Fist for no reason because I didn't really have anything I could play. But I guess it didn't really matter at that point. Yeah, here these guys are just like wacky. So Slip is just get out of there for free. I think I decide that I can't do that much to him this turn because of the armor piercing shot. So I think I just get the hell out of there. And then Hammer Fist this guy. I move into the corner. Arguably mistake, but with wall kick, I think it's okay enough, often enough. Because of this type of pattern, where if they move like this, I get a wall kick out and not take an auto attack. I could also charge out here if I wanted to. I don't. Yeah. Oh right, and I can kill that guy actually, which is even better. And I could have gone over there and grappled him into the auto attacker. Gotten an extra little bit of damage. I guess it just would have been the sand attack damage. I put him over there. You can't push him out, but I just think that arrangement makes for a better turn on average. I should be able to surprise attack and then, yeah, surprise attack, long counter, just to get armor up, and then spinning back fist, take the blast, and see where I end up. And that does charge up wall kick, so now wall kick kills him. I don't know if I realized that right away. Yeah. Oh no. Oh right, because he has 5 armor. But either way, it's a good hit. And then a quick kick to finish him. Yeah. So, this first turn I really hate. I end up deciding I have to push this pistol guy out with quick kick because he's an auto mover and I just didn't know how to control him properly. Then, yeah, much less pressure as the last one that made the final fight. I don't agree at all. I felt way more stressed with this deck. I felt like I was looking at the potential of getting a horrid hand every turn. Honestly, the last one that I had should have won. I just made a bunch of mistakes at the end. I mean, here I should just steal self and wall kick him, right? Why am I thinking about this? Oh, right. Steal self doesn't work because he had a dodge. I like that I made the same mistake watching the replay as I did in the playthrough. Anyway, I got Intimidate here, which means... well, actually, I don't get to do shit here because I don't have a movement card. And here I can... I guess I don't have a way to break his dodge. I can charge... I think I charge, step back, and then wall kick him. Because I can repeat that twice, right? Yeah, I don't know why I didn't just do that. But I guess Steal Self makes it work too. Getting the big wall kicks. None of those cards do anything. So this, the auto attacker is really interesting to play around with this deck. He also weirdly gets blocked here, but I'm positioned for a free spinning back fist and a wall kick if I want it. I need to find a guard first on the Gas Masker. I end up finding 2 spinning back fists, which means I can play this Hammer Fist Plus and and wall kick after surprise attack if I want to. I don't actually remember how I play this. I have a lot of choices. Ponder. Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing the no takebacks at this point. And then pocket sand shows up so I can stun a guy. I should hammer fist, wall kick, pocket sand, I think. That's also... Oh yeah, I need to surprise attack first. That's reasonable. Is there a hand limit? Yes. I don't recall what it is, but there is a hand limit. So I should steal self and kill this guy right now, right? Did I not realize I had that in my hand? Oh, I think I might have forgotten that guy was an auto mover. But it's not a big deal. I've got enough guard that doesn't do anything, so I just need to do a bunch of damage to the assassin boss. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I played that turn wrong. I'm pretty sure I should have been able to kill the assassin boss that turn with steel strike, so steel self. Now that I think about it, but whatever. Gonna put the auto attacker there. He won't kill unless I manage to kill the gas masker this turn. Actually, he won't kill no matter what. I probably should have just played the intimidate there. But I've got enough guard that I can 3-punch combo and then... Yeah. Anyway, I find guard again, or grapple again on the turn with the auto attacker. This time I get it on in a turn where I can grapple him to face the gas masker, which will kill the gas masker. If I decide to do that, which I apparently did not, because I don't know what the fuck... Oh, because I was thinking that that auto move would trigger the auto attack and he'd get killed there. But that's apparently not how that mechanic works. So, I end up just having to play the safety pocket sand grapple. Get out of there. Should be able to long counter... I don't know what I do here. I mean, long counter hammer fisting him should be fine, right? This might have been a situation where I didn't remember how auto attacking works. I'm not sure why I did that. I could have just killed... Oh no, he has dodge. I couldn't have killed the assassin boss. Yeah, no takebacks is absolutely the worst card there. And then spinning back fist is basically a free card. He's already used his auto attack for the turn, so I don't need to worry about him. I don't know why I'm thinking about this. I guess I just decided it was too big of a risk. Yeah, this turn I decided I had to pop that. Why didn't he dodge that? I thought that wasn't supposed to pop the dodge. Oh, whatever. So here I spawn in a corner, which I hate, but I am far away from the gas masker, or for the cutthroat, so I probably won't get cornered. The gas masker and the assassin boss both tend to stand one tile away from you. That said, I do get a bit of an awkward hand. Preparation, long counter, wall kick lets me go at the gas masker here and then quick kick him away. I'll still get the counter attack because it's long counter. So I did pretty good damage to him this turn. Spinning back fist is great, especially when the gas master or cutthroat goes there. Although assassin boss did not get in the way. I have no idea what I do on this turn though. I should spinning back fist the gas masker immediately, and then see if I can kill him from there. Second spinning back fist would be reasonable. Pocket sand. I don't know. I've got lots of reasonable plays here. I don't remember which one I make. mean, the only problem with spinning back fist 2 is that it's going to leave me with not much momentum. But I do have 7. I don't remember when I got the 7th. Yeah, that's a perfectly reasonable equal. That kills the Gas Master. Lets me get a little bit more damage on him. I actually could ponder in an attempt to get... well, I can't move. If I could have pondered in an attempt to get a movement card and then wall kick the assassin boss, but then the auto mover would have been a problem. So here, made the same mistake of using my power up before. I should have had double power on this. Should have been over right there, but I had enough momentum to end the turn there. And then yeah, last mission. I believe this ends up taking a while. I think I get a bunch of weird turns where I can't do that much. Like this turn, I just go Pocket Sand him and then load up on Steel Self, which is fine, but it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, the 20 damage ignores block, but I have no takebacks, so I think I no takebacks the Renegade Agent, and then I'll just grapple him there. That's true, that breaks his guard and gets him shot. And I dodged the push, weirdly. Unfortunately, this is his no dodge attack turn, so he does not line up with me for spinning back fist. My hand actually doesn't have a way to move right now. I can change of heart for it, or I can go for the Intimidate. Long counter prevents me from taking any damage this turn. So I guess I do go for that. Ponder, Dig Deeper. I think I'm guaranteed to find a movement card out of this. Yes, I wasn't, because the first card was charged, so that would have had to have been that. But I get to stun this guy so he doesn't spawn another guy, which is nice. I don't really get to play all my cards this turn, which sucks. These wall kicks have been rotting in my hand. I've had no opportunity at all to play them. Correct. Pocket Sand does not get upgraded. It does not need an upgrade. It's already an incredible card. It does not need any more. Yeah, here I've got long counter stacked up. Once again, waste my my power up on a dodge because I just don't pay attention. Just absolutely stubbornly refuse to pay attention to the enemy's dodges. So this is a pretty easy spinning back fist. I also have a pretty easy preparation, no takebacks on Agent 11 on the Renegade Agent. I could go after the Assassin boss here. I don't think there's a good reason to do that, especially considering I'm going to dodge his shot and counter both of them. Like, I'm getting a lot of counters here, and I'm dodging the bullet, so the agent's getting shot. So, ends up being a really strong turn for counterattacks. Once again, end up with no movement card on the turn that they're on, that the assassin is not lining up with me. But Ponder saves the day. I'm not sure why I'm thinking I should Pocket Sand him immediately. And then I guess I grapple him just so I'm not taking the push damage. And then look at these 136 damage wall kicks that I can't play. But he put himself there. That's a position. So I was so mad here. That doorway being open saved his life. If that wasn't a doorway there, I would have been so happy. But alas. That said, I actually get left with a turn that's a little bit awkward. I do wall kick the Rogue Agent for 130. So there's that. I mean, I would have had to use it to proc the guard and then step back and do it again. That's how I would have had to play that. But get the double spinning back fist. I already have a dodge up, so I actually don't have to do anything else this turn. I could just move towards him and surprise attack. I don't think I realized. Yeah, I guess I should have moved towards him. I don't know why I did that. I guess I was just being overly safe at this point, or maybe I just really was fishing for the wall kick. I mean, here if I get 2 movement cards and I have the grapple. If I had gotten 2 movement cards here, I could have done the wall kick. But triple punching him to 4 is also pretty good. Once again, I mean, I knew I was breaking his dodge there, but I don't know why I didn't just do Pocket Sand and kill him. Like, I should have just done it. I actually kind of, like, could have thrown there because of what just happened. But, you know, whatever. That's the game. That's Counter-Striker. I don't know. I'm a little mixed on this being the Counter-Striker deck. The one thing I will say is in the final boss encounter, I did have the triple counterattack turn. And that feels very much like the Counter-Striker deck. I don't know. I'm not super thrilled with it. I may or may not come back to this later, but frankly, right now I want to move on because I don't like playing this deck that much.